I like a Gershwin tune. How about you? I like New York in June. How about you? The framing. Holy crap, we got through it. Okay. That no cropping was required at all. I sound so excited. Um, uh, I like New York in June. Hello. Oh, are we back? We are indeed. Hi, everyone. Sorry, I was singing to myself. No one else is going to do it. I may as well. We are back, and I just sat down to continue romancing my blue alien girlfriend. Liara is my lady of choice as well. It's so funny. Jess has played through. I introduced Jess to Mass Effect, which is one of my favorite game series, of course. And she has played it every which way. Man, woman, she has banged every possible bang buddy in the game. And played as Renegade and played as Paragon. And I always have the intention of doing that. And then I'm like, I can't push this guy. Like, the problem is, first of all, the moral decisions are always like, save baby or eat baby. And I never want to eat the baby. And the other problem is that I just can't bring myself to pick someone other than Liara. Especially because of that ending in Mass Effect 3, but if you haven't finished it, no spoilers. Gonna be honest, on my phone I almost accidentally gave the video a flag warning. Well, I appreciate you not doing that. Doubly unnecessary. As we can see from the European DVDs, I like New York in June. How about you? Render. Okay. So let's edit until I fall asleep on the keyboard. Was required at all. Even if the transfer had been done. Save baby or eat baby sounds like Bioshock. Yeah, not a lot of games really nail down the moral decision problem. Hi, Catherine. I just finished dinner and fired up the stream again, so you haven't missed very much. Even if the transfer had been done correctly and you... Let's see where we're at in the script. Even if the transfer had been done correctly, since Buffy wasn't filmed with the ultimate intention of being aired in widescreen, without the remaster team paying attention to each shot, what you end up with is a pile of easily avoidable mistakes. Okay, we're on the goofs section. I highly recommend Dragon... Oh, yeah, I've played Dragon Age. I just can't not romance her. It's the... everything. Where do you think we got the two shots at once like this? Generally, people are process... Sorry, talking with Nick. More. So you're fixing what they screwed up from the original? No, I'm making it very clear what they've screwed up from the remaster. Standard definition shot. Why did they crop out? Why? Original shot, HD remaster shot, so on and so forth. The cropping in the later seasons was pointless, and it is equally as abundant. In fairness to BioShock, it's not about being moral, it's all about what's pragmatic for your survival. True. Eat the baby and get more power, but I will be sad. I never ate the children. Literally eating the babies in that one. I forgot about that. My problem is that saving all the little sisters ends up being the better choice for power, so it's a no-brainer. Yeah, I didn't kill any of the little sisters. Hey, little sister. Extreme zooming being doubly unnecessary. As we can see from the European DVDs, which were released in widescreen, that no cropping was required at all. Even if the transfer had been done correctly and used correctly and... Nick, the goofs... I don't know if you're watching, Nick. The goofs section is pretty light on examples. Which... will mean more Andrew. Just FYI, I guess. Maybe they didn't like triangle as an instrument in the Giles shot. Oh, so they cropped it out. No, there's no thought here. Why crop out the... Yeah. Don't defend them. How dare you? That no cropping was required at all. Even if the transfer had been done correctly and used the entire frame. Even if the transfer had been done correctly and used the entire frame. I think once more with feeling is as close as we get to that. Hey, little sister, plus 607. So I'm insanely tired. Didn't fall asleep until 6 a.m. But we're going to try and use... Oh, I like... She's indicating the entire frame. And again. And now this live stream has been... I got a feeling that it's a live stream. Something isn't right here. All this talking kind of about Buffy is really making me want to talk about Buffy. It's always so funny. When we get to the end of the seasons, I'm like, I'm going to take a little break. And then the break goes too long because I have too many projects in mind and, you know, get sick and food poisoning or whatever. And then when we finally get back to Buffy, I'm like, my warm blanket. The show, not Buffy. That would be inappropriate. Get your mind out of the gutter, Cal. Boop. Even if the transfer had been done correctly and used the entire frame. The entire frame. I like it. Oh. Even if the transfer had been done correctly and used the entire frame. Even though she's actually cropped, I think. Since Buffy wasn't filmed... I think that's fine. It's just not all goofs are very obvious, and they did fix several of the worst ones in Season 1 and 2. Since Buffy wasn't filmed with the ultimate intention of being aired in widescreen with... I have... Oh, it's not diet either. 10 calories. Oh, it is diet. Purified water, glucose, taurine, lemon juice concentrate, citric acid, sodium, something, caffeine. There we go. Why is that not the second one on there? Oh, that is gross. All right. Buffy wasn't filmed with the ultimate intention of being aired in widescreen. Filmed with... Let's go back to Andrew. Andrew's my go-to. Andrew is the one that ruined... There we go. Actually, I wonder how this looks in the remaster.
The seal of Danzel, and it's...
Andrew's the one who ruined the remaster.
A door to the Hellmouth.
Of course, that's a Jane Espenson episode. Actually, now I'm curious. Let's see how that shot looks in the remaster. What? How did they crop it wrong? 7. All the joy and friends. Something, something. It ends. I really need to memorize those songs for other reasons. What's weird is... Yeah, that's upscaled. It's this... Up-resed. Words are hard. Yeah, it's the same shot. They just upscaled it. And it kind of works in this format, except that his nose is very super smooth. Buffy wasn't filmed with the ultimate intention of being aired in widescreen without the remaster team paying attention to each shot. What do you end up with? Attention to each shot. What? Without the remaster team paying attention to each shot. I'm not putting in the Riley sex face. Why is there no visual? Premiere! What the hell's going on? That's weird. Paying attention to each shot. We'll go Adam. Oh, this could be... Paying attention to each shot. What you end up with are a pile of easily avoidable mistakes. These are lies. You are... Superstar.
Has ever been as awake and alive as I am. These are lost.
So what if he's watching the HD remaster in that shot? Oh.
These are lies.
Oh. Did I just make a bunch of work for myself? Out. in... oh, that's a long shot. Good. In widescreen without the remaster team paying attention to each shot. What do you end? What? And there's a revolt in the comments. Time interpolation, optical. All right, let's see what we can do. It's not going to look great, but the moment you see a chance for a really funny meme, but it will take more work than most of the things in the project, is a true test of the editor. Yes, I've spent like 2 hours on, 3 seconds of footage, so don't think I won't. What you end up with are a pile of easily avoidable mistakes.
These are lies.
That needs to be faster. Mistakes.
These are lies.
All right, let's see what we can do. So, easiest thing to do is to steal work that I've already made and then try and shrink it to fit. So, let's use... that'll be one of them. Right, what do we have? So, let's do a test. Nah. Well, Kitsmits, that's kind of why we're here. So... Wait, I meant to grab Giles. I think that... that one sucks. That one's terrible. Alright, so... let's use this one, and we'll try this one in Restless. So... I'm going to... now we want a nest. This will be Adam screen 1. I mean, the thing is, even if it looks a little bad, it's cute. So, open that up there. Sounds like they got to the dance scene of Napoleon Dynamite. Where is it? 75. There it is. Okay. So Premiere should let me distort along a pathway. Actually, so we cropped it, and we should be able to edge feather, yeah. So, dissolve? No. Multiply, maybe. Opacity, nah. So, let's put it on normal. But now let's feather the edges. I have to take a pixel off the top. It looks so stupid. That's fine. Okay, so distort, skew, what is that called in Photoshop? Distort. I mean, this is more. The problem is this is more of an After Effects thing. Video effects distort corner pin. Effects, video effects distort corner pin. Drop it. So does that allow me to just drag? No. Ah, there we go. Upper right, lower left, lower right. I mean, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. Lower left. Right there. Upper right. Bring you in slightly. Upper left. It looks okay. Yeah, it's too sharp. And it's too bright. So, but I mean, for a shot that's going to be on screen for like 3 seconds. Blur, mesh transform. Oh, you're talking about in Photoshop, yeah. Fit. That looks okay. What you end up with are a pile of easily. So we've got 3 more. I don't want to use this one. What are the worst ones in the whole deal? So a multitude of issues. Clear that much of that work. That one's I need to fix. That one's bad. Now look like daytime or a sunset. That one bothers me to no end. Let's do that one. So up, up, up. Copy. Yeah, the beach scene is awful. Paste. nest. This is Adam screen 2. Let's us manipulate it as though it were just a little clip. Unlink, get rid of the audio. Now we tinker. Tinker, tinker, tinker. I may crop that. Keep the two of them in there. Scale. Maybe this should be the main television. Let's see. So let's zoom in a little bit more. Okay, and I need to see Andrew a little more clearly. Okay. So it's funny how I'm like, I'm just gonna edit and crank some stuff out. Oh crap! I thought of a joke I really like. Well, there goes the next 2 hours. 75%. There we go. Okay. Crop. Get rid of that left edge. Actually, it needs to be a little bit larger. That's life. Why is it keyframing again? That's how you lived it. There we go. Scale up slightly. Reposition. Like that. Okay, now when we feather, it will matter. So let's bring the top down right about there. Bottom up. There. Left. There. And then right there. And then we want to pin I think it's just the upper right one we can do a little distorting with. And now, hey, Passion of the Nerd, on a list of traits you look for in a romantic partner, how highly do you rate a firm handshake? I don't have an answer to that question. Crop. Left side. Let's feather it more. There we go. Okay, now that is... What if we can we spherize it slightly? Or no, lens distortion removal. We want to add lens distortion. Curvature. There we go. That's looking more like a screen. Fill color. Yeah. And then scale it up. There we go. Okay. Now let's give it a little blur. Gaussian. Wait, is that you, Chris? Ah, no, it's not. Let's give it a... Oh, did I already give it a blur? Blur, crop, corner pin, lens distortion. Just a little. There we go. And then a fast color corrector. Just to kind of muddy it up a bit. That is not having the effect that we wanted. It's probably too saturated. I'm bring it down slightly, but I want to darken it up. There we go. Fit. It's still too bright. What you end up with are a pile of easel. Probably not blurry enough. What are we thinking? Yeah, there we go. That's getting a little better. What you end up with are a pile of easily avoidable mistakes. Okay, save. Gamma down. Not super adept at color correction. Words hard. White level. I mean, the problem is the edges. That feather is probably a little too... There's many problems, of course. But I'm guessing the feather is too much. So cut that back slightly, and then there's always the problem is you get stuck in micro-analyzing the dumb joke. Left and right. I mean, it's not super far off, especially for half a second. And we're going to lead with a shot of Adam looking at the screens, then it cuts to the screens, and then it cuts to him saying, "These are lies." So that'll be fine. Save. Let's do one more. I mean, we could do another one, and I could crop it. That one's relatively prominent. Context of a scene. In one of these shots, it's 11:34 p.m. at night. Actually, we haven't done any cropping, so let's use from the cropping section. vision. And even though CBS released the charmed Blu-ray in 16:9, they did create 4:3 HD masters that are available on streaming services. Whatever decision they were going to make, the problem is that Buffy's conversion to widescreen was done with a bulldozer, using insane amounts of cropping. Logically, it would follow that the remaster should most often just open up the frame and use the unused portions of the original filmed shot. But there are confusing decisions throughout to instead crop down the original aired frame. Season 1 is a nightmare. Look at Willow's face! This frame on Buffy looks awkward. I like that one. That's a good one. And yeah, Boris, let's just do one of... we can certainly try and logic out why Adam would be watching this video instead of the remaster itself, but I'm not going to do that. Let's just put her there. So that is 0106. Hey, perfect. Willow. So there. Okay. Also, that shot is quite dim, so I shouldn't need to do very much to it. That almost looks like a widescreen television he's watching there anyway, but it's definitely not. Okay, so kind of want to use the lens distortion again. Copy, paste, there we go. And then we're going to need to crop slightly, so crop. Zoom a bit, and then I think that edge feather is too sharp again. Note to self, learn how to use After Effects. Okay, now let's lower the opacity. Actually, I'm kind of okay with it. Lens distortion. Crop. yeah, I'm kind of okay with it. Let's see, fit. This is fine. It's a picture of Andrew, so I actually don't have a problem with it. Let's see. Vision optical. Render. Ooh. Actually has something to do. What you end up with are a pile of easily avoidable mistakes.
These are lies.
Now we need Adam in the front of the shot. Superstar. Hanging with God. So probably that shot right there.
What they carry inside.
Because I don't want to see.
He didn't know it, but it would have been dead within the year. Humans sense so little of what they carry inside.
Him paying attention to each shot. What you end up with are a pile of easily avoidable mistakes.
These are lies.
You often get a syncing issue with it. I like it. In widescreen without the remaster team paying attention to each shot. What you end up with are a pile of easily avoidable mistakes.
These are lies.
You often get a syncing. Yeah. I think we could pixel push more, but I'm not sure it would be worth it. So... of easily avoidable mistakes.
These are lies.
You often get a syncing issue with the previous shot, a piece of equipment issue with the... Excuse me. You often get a syncing issue with the previous shot, a piece of equipment appearing like lighting rings or worse. Crew members, there's those Panavision cameras we were talking about earlier. If an actor was originally cropped out of the shot, so you have a cropping or okay, 215B. Remaster HD Pix 215B. Cut. Yeah, so shot, reverse shot, and for some reason he's in both of them. Pardon me. That's a weird scene. Every time I see that, I'm like, oh yeah, they never really capitalized on that scene. There we go.
I'm sure my books and I are in for a fascinating afternoon.
What?
Needs to get a pet.
Sunnydale is becoming more dangerous.
How's the scene again? On the left side of Buffy. Oh, after already going past Cordelia. It looks like they fixed it. Nope, they didn't.
I'm sure my books and I are in for a fascinating afternoon.
I mean, of the issues that we've been fixing, it's not the worst. But, yeah. So, I think we're going to do the arrow again here. Just to make it very clear. Or, no, pointer. Why do I keep losing my arrow? Circle, Buffy. Oh, there, yeah, there it is. So. Okay. And save. So. shot, a piece of equipment appearing like lighting rigs or worse. Oh, undo. There's well, it is Ripper. Ripper power's got to be good for something. You thought I was gone, but I'm still here. There we go. So, lighting rigs or crew members. There's those. I never get bored of keyframing. Every time I see it, I'm like, ah, wee. Issue with the previous shot, a piece of equipment appearing like lighting rigs or worse crew members. There's those. Shot one. Trajan. Stroke. Shadow. All right. Shot one. Shot two. Shot three. We're not going to use this whole sequence, but however I cut it down, it'd probably be very similar. Shot two. Okay. So, these are lies. Shot. So we can start the shot there. Scoochie boochie. And then plop, plop, fizz, fizz. You often get a syncing issue with the previous shot. A piece of equipment appears. Previous shot. Please go all the way off screen, arrow. There you are. So we'll edit from there. Trim, 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 trim. You often get a syncing issue with the previous shot. Get a syncing issue with the previous shot. A piece of equipment appearing like.
They're lies.
You often get a syncing issue with the previous shot. A piece of equipment. A piece of equipment appearing 206B or 311. 206B. That's a lighting stand. Not super obvious. 311. Yeah, that one's better. Okay. The lone appearance of Mrs. Rosenberg. Wow, that scene's way brighter. The library has... Wow! Anyway.
Sit down, honey.
Did they fix this?
Principal Snyder talked to you?
Yes, he's quite concerned.
Mom, I know what this looks like, and I can
Oh, you don't have to explain, honey.
It looks like they fixed it.
This isn't exactly
Because there's the shaft of light from that piece of equipment.
a surprise.
Yeah.
Why not?
Oh, well, identification with mythical icons is perfectly typical of your age group. It's a classic adolescent response to the
Yeah. I mean... Yeah, I don't know.
pressures of
That still looks bizarre, though, because of the way that light stand was lighting her mother. Obviously, the shot was intended to be just her or right about there. But you can see there's some barn doors on the lighting rig itself. There it is. Ha! I like New York in June.
Oh, honey.
How about you? I like a Gershwin tune. How about you? Arrow. This is like Riley's just bare-chested all over this video. I mean, do you think I have to? I should put lighting rig to explain that this is not something the Rosenbergs would have in their house, or is that self-evident? Lighting rigs or appearing like lighting rigs or appearing like lighting. I think it's self-evidently something that would not be in their home and was not in the previous shot. But let me know what you think. 555 Passion of the Nerd. It's not self-evident? Well, I do say lighting rig. Appearing like lighting rig. So maybe the arrow comes in on lighting rig. It is hard to see what it is. So, but let's hear it with the appearing like lighting rigs or equipment appearing like lighting rigs or like lighting rigs. Yeah, I don't think I need to put... The only other thing I could do is put lighting rig on screen, but with the arrow moving, I think it works. Equipment appearing like lighting rigs or worse. Crew members. There's those Panavision cameras we were talking about earlier. I like New York in June. Cameras we were talking about earlier. lighting rigs or worse crew members. There's those Panavision cameras we were... Let's slow that down even more. Or worse crew members. There's those Panavision cameras we were talking about earlier. If an yeah, I think with the audio it works. Appearing like lighting rigs or worse crew members. I don't think we need the arrow to be that big. I was sort of for humor in the intro. Appearing like lighting rigs or worse crew. Whoa, what's that? Or worse crew members. There's those Panavision cameras we were talking about earlier. If an actor was originally cropped out of a shot in the remaster, you may hear a character speak. If an actor was originally cropped out of a shot in the remaster, did you already cover the crew member in the shot of Life serial where Xander and Buffy are walking to the construction site? No. Show me. How you do it? Life serial 0605. I already used the crew members in that shot, so if you have another one. So I'm assuming it's in this shot. Not seeing it. Oopsie. Oopsie-doopsie. Maybe they fixed it? We've stumbled on a bunch of shots that they fixed after they aired it on Pivot. Yeah. Which, hey, good on them. After you aired it on television, worse crew members. There's those Panavision cameras we were talking about earlier. If an actor was originally cropped out of a shot... Okay, so this is a good one. Assuming it's not fixed. 416. Oh yeah, okay. That's where they're going to the church at the end of the episode. So, if an actor was originally cropped out of a shot, so we do want the original then. We have to get inside! Yep, that's the shot.
Right now.
And she's talking off screen.
Now.
But we can't. We've got to. You don't understand.
Because the shot is to emphasize Giles. Tiny, tiny babies. Was originally cropped out of a shot in the remaster. You may hear cropped out of a shot in the remaster. You may hear a character speak, but their lips are not moving. So I realize this is self-evident. Well, let's see how self-evident it is. I just want everything to land, you know. Hey. The weird thing about caffeine, especially when you're super tired, is how your body wakes up and gets all stimulated, but you're still like, what?
Police are handling this. Just back off right now.
But we can't. We've gotta. You don't understand.
That's so bad.
But we can't. We've gotta. You don't understand.
Cropped out of a shot in the remaster, you may hear a character speak, but their lips are not moving. Good morning, Alexandra. If an actor was originally cropped out of a shot in the you may hear a character save. No, I want to make progress on this video. The episode guides need to return someday before I'm old and gray. Sorry, I babble when I'm tired with the words. Copy. Earlier, if an actor was originally cropped out of a cropped out. Okay. Over. Position. Cropped out of a shot in the remaster, you may hear a character speak, but their lips are not moving. Out of a shot. Out of a shot. Well, yeah, this is the standard def shot. We'll get there. Yay, arrows. Okay, hold on. Don't want to stray too far away from actually differentiating between the two. So. So, lower 4:3 standard definition original. Actually, I think we can just go back to original now that we're out of the cropping section. It's probably not kosher professionally, but I don't care. And now for the HD remaster. on that, and a 3 on that. Okay, good. Actually, so because of the way this is going to cut, let's put original up there. Yeah. Okay, so undo original there, and then HD remaster there. That way HD remaster is not covering her face. Scoot. Okay. Out earlier. If an actor was originally cropped out of a shot in the remaster, you may hear a character speak, but their lips are not moving.
But we can't. We've gotta.
Yeah, I can't wait to get to season 5. Moving.
We can't. We.
Excuse me. What's this? Go away. Go away. Position. Yeah, we can. All right, so.
You don't understand.
I like it. At least the attention will be more on Giles and Faith Buffy in those scenes. Well, yeah, I think maybe that's why they missed it if they watched it in the first place. Those Panavision cameras we were talking about. They didn't really become cemented as a noticeable thing until Ian got all freaked out by Riley's hair. I don't know if I got freaked out. I don't know if I like those terms. Freaked out by his... It's very distracting. Earlier, if an actor was originally cropped out of a shot in the remaster, you may hear a character speak, but their lips are not moving.
But we can't. We've gotta. You don't understand.
Those are the more obvious mistakes, but the remaster is full of little ones. The remaster is full of little ones caused by changing the aspect ratio, and they need to be fixed. Freaked out by his hairless chest. I wasn't freaked out by his hairless chest. It's just a little scary, that's all. You're freaked out by it. I'm not freaked out by it. I'm scared of guy's chest. It's gross. Just a little freaked out by it. Okay. So errors introduced by more examples. Crop and color crop, upscale and stretch. I mean, he said there just isn't a lot for this section, which is why it's short. I mean, we could just go back to a... like a crop example. Vest, not chests. Exactly. CGI upscale. We're going to get to the graphics in a minute. Color. Jeez. Could go back to Andrew. He's kind of the pet of this section. Why is it purple? Jeez. I mean, consider the funny thing is, the remaster lowers the bar so low that some of these I'm like, that's not as bad as like that one. Not sure what to show here. Let's see. Those are the more obvious mistakes, but the remaster is full of little ones caused by the change in aspect ratio that they needed to fix. So those are the more obvious mistakes, but the remaster is full of little ones caused by the change in aspect ratio that... Okay, I have an idea. Obvious mistakes, but the remaster is full of little ones caused by the change. I mean, there's just nothing to show here. So, shall we? For that's our visual for change in aspect ratio. Change in aspect. By the change in aspect ratio that they needed to fix. By the change in aspect ratio that they needed to fix. Okay. Save. So, the more obvious mistakes, but the remaster, those are the more obvious mistakes, but those are the more obvious mistakes. More obvious mistakes, but the remaster is full of little ones. Come on, hard drive. We'll double check that shot. That one was more subtle to me than... Okay. So, Buffy is the remaster in this visual metaphor. Buffy Faith. Obvious mistakes, but the remaster is full of little ones caused by the change in aspect ratio that they needed to fix. I mean, at least we have a visual story where I just don't have the content for it. But let's double check that shot. So that is at the end of Halloween, that shot. 0208. No. Boris, help me out. 0206. It's at the end. This is one of my least favorite deliveries by Boreanaz.
Someone.
I'll live.
Yep, there it is. Yeah, that's so subtle. We could say full of little ones, but this is the only other shot that I have. And I still have to fill essentially 3 cuts there. iTunes used the remaster. Willow's lips don't move. Aww. I wonder if that error exists in the Euro DVDs, given their widescreen. Yeah, I think I prefer our dumb little visual substitute. Those are the more obvious mistakes, but the remaster is full of little ones caused by the change in aspect ratio that they needed to fix. So you have... And the only people that will pick up on it are you guys. But that's okay. Because it's weird. So you have cropping and reframing where it is utterly pointless and breaks the original vision of the director. So what's the worst crop? Yeah, I like that one. Cropping, framing, utterly... So we're going to reuse that one because this is the... So you have cropping and reframing where it's pointless and breaks the original vision of the director, and you... Save. You have shots where cropping actually would have been a benefit, just outright ignored. I think I'm going to rewatch Dollhouse soon. Problem is I'm rewatching The Blacklist right now, which I only watch to listen to Ultron speak. And then... I mean, it's an okay show. She's really good, but it just has that problem of 22 or 24 episode seasons where they dole out the mystery over the course of the whole thing, and it's like, just tell her. We all know, just tell her. But, I mean, James Spader is James Spader. So you have crop, but then Game of Thrones is returning, and I kind of want to rewatch that. I've only watched it once. And I want to rewatch Dollhouse. And I want to play more video games. And I want the channel to be good. And I should probably address certain other issues. Remaster is full of little ones caused by the change in aspect rate. I've not watched Sailor Moon, Jared. I think it's on the list. Did they fix the hand holding the coffee mug in Gone? And Adam Bush scene on the edge of... Oh, wait. Did they... I think they fixed... Originally in Prophecy Girl, the Master could be seen at the edge of the frame. I think that got fixed because it was so obvious.
Of the fight. Why don't we just cut to the...
Nice shot.
Nice shot.
The HD version fixed almost all of the 16:9 goofs from the R2 DVDs.
You are not the hunter.
It should be right here.
You are the lamb.
Don't be so sure.
You still don't understand your part in all this, do you?
I think that was the shot.
You are not the hunter. You are the lamb.
That, or there's a cutaway to the crypt, and he's standing over on the side here.
I'm gonna think about.
You know, for someone who's all powerful, you sure do like to hide.
I'm waiting for you. I want this moment to last.
Well, I don't.
Yeah, they fixed it. It looks like they fixed quite a number of them. You would have thought a show about chosen one who slays vampires and demons on the side would stand the test of time. Oh, Slayer Vision, thank you. That's kind of the only good thing about it. Yeah, so we're going to stick with this. Cropping and reframing where it's pointless and breaks the original vision of the director, and you have shots where cropping actually would have been a benefit just outright ignored. Damn it, man! We have to get inside! Tiny, tiny babies. It's the British William Shatner. No? No. Stupid joke. And you have shots where cropping actually would have been a benefit just outright ignored. Thing is, just outright ignored. Thing is, cropping is the cheap and worst way to fix the problem anyway, as you lose information from the original shot. In HBO's... Okay, so we're going to go back to... These. Dang it. There we go. Thing is, cropping is the cheap. Undo. Thing is, cropping is the cheap and worst way to fix the problem anyway, as you lose information from the original shot. In HBO's excellent remaster of the... Save. The Wire, those C-stands, cameras, and crew members were painted out digitally. Okay. We are making progress, slowly but surely. Covered clips. Buffy. Other shows. Extra content? No. Are you working on screen rips of the Buffy Facebook stream? No, these were purchases from Amazon when they were selling the Buffy remaster. Or files that the gentleman who I'm collaborating with sent me, like this one. I didn't buy The Wire. So, cut there. In point.
She move any.
Okay. So those should be synced now. Of The Wire, those C-stands, cameras, and crew members were. Come on now. Master of The Wire, those C-stands, cameras, and crew members were painted out digitally. But we're far from done, my friends. Painted out digitally. But totally off topic, what episode would you use to introduce a new viewer to Parks and Recreation? What is your favorite episode of Parks and Rec? My thing with Parks and Rec is when I'm going through a Parks and Rec phase, I'm watching it continuously. So for me, it's like comfort food. You know, when I go to bed, we're getting close. When I go to bed, I usually have a show on. Often it's Parks and Recreation. I think I've watched the show continuously 6 times in a row at one point, taking a break from it right now. So I don't have full separation between all of the episodes. They're all kind of a blur for me. The snake juice episode is probably a great one. Because it has the full cast, and everyone loves that montage at the end. That is, I mean, that's a fan favorite. I really like that episode. I also really like the episode where Leslie takes all of the former Parks managers. Wait, no, that's 2 different ones. The one where Andy and Audrey Plaza, I'm blanking on her name right now. She's on hold the whole time, and the 2 of them hang out the entire episode is a great one. Before their, well, I don't want to spoil it for anyone because it's one of my favorite shows. That's a good one, and the one where she takes all the former Parks heads camping and they all hate each other, I think is a good entry. I'm confused. Isn't there already a video on Buffy HD? I think that's actually what introduced me to the show in the first place. There is. It's 4 years old, and the remaster is still broken. Also, the remaster wasn't finished when we did that video, and the gentleman who I collaborated with on it asked me to do an update. So I said yes. Thank you, Fem. I saw the owner of the company that publishes Buffy the Vampire Slayer board games. They have a few where the box is a bit damaged, but the pieces are fine. I'll get you one. That would be great. We play it on camera. I guess the FAQ wasn't helping much anyway. It's fine. You guys are my FAQ now. So you have cropping and reframing where it's pointless and breaks the original vision of the director, and you have shots. Yeah, I really enjoy The Good Place. And it's such a great medium for talking about one of my other favorite things, philosophy, where cropping actually would have been a benefit just outright ignored. Thing is, cropping is the cheap and worst way to fix the problem anyway, as you lose information from the original shot. In HBO's excellent remaster of The Wire, those C-stands cameras, and crew members were painted out digitally. But we're far from done. Far from done, my friends. We've now come 0207B to my... how's it going? Hello, Sora. I should be going to bed. I have a shift in 5 hours, but who needs sleep? Go to sleep. There will be an edit stream tomorrow, I think, but I want to make it as short of one as possible, using everything in the tank and maybe some more caffeine. 207B, 204. I think we can finish tomorrow. I want to finish tomorrow. No, not Google Drive. Boop. Oh yeah, well, I'll get back to the good place. You're a floating head. Your shirt is getting along too well with the green screen. Yeah. The chair's there. I accidentally bought one with pink stitching. I was like, well, all right. Guess I have a pink chair now. 207B. Boy, am I tired. Okay. Buffy HD pics. Wow. Well, damn it. I like my faith montage. I bet some of those are fixed, right? 207B. Let's go look at 207B. Lie to me. Morona, my sentences are very not clear this evening either. See? 207. Wait, of course it's not going to be in the standard def version. I wouldn't be interfering, would I? Oh, only in the literal sense. It looks fixed. That's the shot, right? 207. Yes, but let's just be thorough. Xander, those pants! Are those red shoes? I want the whole ensemble. Yeah, it's fixed. Good, I like my faith montage. I like New York in June. Painted out digitally. But we're far from done, my friends. We've now come to my least favorite issue. Far from done. He knew he was ahead of his time. Oh, the pants. Yeah, they're... What fancy pantsy. We're far from done, my friends. I can only think of one thing in worse taste than using this shot. Oh, that's the Buffy bot. if I was like, we're far from done, my friends, and then you show a shot of Joyce. Instead, yeah, Joyce would be in worse taste, right? But we're far from done, my friends. We're far from done, my friends. We've now come to my least favorite issue. Least favorite issue. No spoilers, nothing to see, move along. Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, I forgot. I was going to start tagging the edit streams as spoilers. Spoilers. Yeah, there we go. Where's my boy? No, because you're very, very old, and it's gross. There he is. Hi, Katie. Stop sniffing my legs, Tickles.
If it's a funny aneurysm.
Introduction to psychology.
Oh, up there. I'll get him. You know, this store discriminates against short people.
Oh, I think there's a protest next week.
Let's see. When we run out of footage, now this is just turning into like a laundry list of my favorite jokes from season 4. Kitty, all right, come say hi. Oh, no, don't spear me. All right, all right. This is Harley. Harley is 18, losing weight, and blind, and very, very clingy. And your ears are really cold. And you smell. Just like Daddy. Alright. Good? Good. Ow! Let go. For a tiny cat, cameras and crew members were painted out digitally. But we're far from done, my friends. We've now come to my least favorite issue. I mentioned previously that Buffy was shot using Panavision film cameras, and one of the natural Panavision film cameras. Panavision film cam. Oh yeah. So. And one of the natural byproducts of shooting on film was film grain. What's a particular... Okay. Might need some help from the audience on this one. Grainy shots. Family 506. Oh, sorry, you weren't talking to me, Boris. Nightmares in Rainy would definitely be the first 2 seasons. Agreed. I mentioned previously that Buffy was shot using Panavision film cameras, and one of the natural byproducts of shooting on film was film grain. Black and White, Spike, and Restless. That's a good one. These are lines. I liketh a good pun. Go away, kitty. You can see some film grain there.
It was you.
Me?
Having you. Raising.
Ugh. Screw that guy. Super dark. Ah, there we go. Well, kinda. Least favorite issue. I mentioned previously that Buffy was shot using Panavision film cameras, and one of the natural byproducts of shooting on film was film grain. Okay. Let's see how Restless looks. I mean, part of this is, I think, I wanted to do a version of this where the old video we did was kind of, not hobbyists is the wrong word, but it was for people like us who do this kind of thing. And I wanted to do a version that was a little more, here's what film grain is. You know, here's what 16:9 is, stuff like that.
Is an attraction.
So probably need full preview quality on this.
Let me treat. This is my business. Sideshow freak. Well, at least it's showbiz. What am I supposed to do with all of this? You got to make up your mind, Rubes. What are you wasting time for?
Maybe it would be more obvious in slow motion.
Haven't you figured it all out yet with your enormous squeak?
I have a question about Restless. What is the significance of all the gnomes outside of the crypt? Well, the only link that I know of is the trio use gnomes to hide cameras to spy on Buffy in season 6. But in terms of like symbolism, I couldn't really figure it out, so I kind of left it alone. I didn't even bother to speculate. But that's the connection to it later in the lore, or later in the show. But I mean, you know, if you were to speculate, it's kind of like they do nothing. They sit and witness the world going by around them, and certainly that fits in with the way Rupert is feeling about himself. There you go. Okay. So what if we speed ramp this? Gnomes are weird, not many people have them. Therefore, Giles is weird, and not many people have a Giles. Symbolism. Nailed it! It's almost like we both do this for a living. Maybe the gnomes are a sign of what Giles thinks of Spike and his taste, decorative and crass. I mean, I think that's as good a take as any. Professionals. High five. So do you think the rest of the gang ever told Buffy that they also dreamt of the cheese man? Yeah, they do at the end of the episode. There's at least we all didn't have that guy with the cheese, and then there's a long silence, and then the episode ends. Okay. Film grain. Tiny film. And Harley decides to say hello the way she does by pooping. But shooting on film was film grain. Alright, so I want to freeze frame. What? But freeze frame. Tiny particles. So right there. And frame hold. Tiny particle. Film grain. Unlink. Okay. So where should we steal the grain from here? His jacket? The wall? The little part of his Sure, we'll use the wall. That's fine. No, Buffy says she has the cheese guy, but the other Scoobies never mentioned it to her. Oh, yeah, fair enough. The long silence is black and white. The three of them, Buffy has walked out of the... Oh, yeah. What's the significance of the weird dude in Echo's dream in the attic? I'm not familiar enough with Dollhouse. Oh, jeez. Maybe we each get to decide if they think they discussed the cheese man. No, I was wrong. So, what's the visual representation here? So, if I use the blue from there, circle. Effect scale. Opacity. Kind of want a blue bar. Can I just do a solid? What about the pen tool? So if we go... Oh, hold on. So we need a bigger circle. This is our blow up. Okay. Shrink. Okay. So, now, can I just create a pen tool line from there to there? Oh. And then stroke it with the same blue and make it 5 pixels wide? Too small. 20 pixels wide? There we go. Okay. So, in tiny part grain. Grain is where it should freeze. Shooting on film was film grain. 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 Film. Film was film grain. Tiny part. Okay. So, ooh, undo. All right, now move that up. And then we have to do something I don't know how to do yet. So now, well, it's right there. Scale. Image as desktop. Circle mat. Okay. Okay. So, what we want is we want to put this there. So, this should be there we go. And then that should be right there. Okay, and now we want to image mat. Right, and I think I need to have the image on the track above what I'm image matting with. So now we get a circle. Apparently it's below. Is it below? Image mat. Create 4-point polygon. Create ellipse mask. Well, if we can do that, let's do that. So, sorry guys, trying to figure out how to do something I don't know how to do. So just a second. Mask path. Image mat key. Create ellipse mask. Oh, undo. I'm sure anyone who knows how to do this is tearing their hair out. Well, sorry. We all learn somehow. Okay. Now, mat. Mask path, mask feather, mask opacity. Let me make sure I'm on the right layer. Yep, that's the right layer. Inverted? No. Mask opacity? No. Position, scale, and rotation. Mask feather, mask opacity, mask expansion. Oh. Well, hello. Desktop. Circle mat. No, that didn't work either. Inverted. Well, I don't know what it's doing, but it's doing something. Reverse. Oh, I have 2 on here. That's going to be a Ah! There's our problem. Okay. So, there we go. That's what I was going for. Reverse. Inverted. Okay. Can we... Yeah. There. Ha ha! And... So... Nest this. Circle mat thingy. And then... apply default transitions and apply default transitions. And let's see how it looks. Go. And one of the natural byproducts, her being very upset makes me upset. Cameras, and one of the natural byproducts of shooting on film was film grain, tiny particles or light static moving around randomly in the image. Grain, tiny particles or light static move. So actually, particles or light static move. Tiny particles or light static. Almost done. So now we do this, copy that there, create the continuation of the shot. So now it looks like it freeze frames, that comes up, and then it unfreezes. Byproducts of shooting on film was film grain, tiny particles or light static moving around randomly in the image. Moving around randomly in the image. For most. Okay. Ha. Is there a word for paragony? Paragonic? I actually don't have one. Paragonesque. That's a good one. Brothers for yeah. You got it, Boris. I like. I really like that we're on the same page with the Star Trek quotes. Shakespeare made his own words, and so did Buffy. I did it. Yes, I did, Pem. I don't like cutting back to Giles there because we don't have enough visual information from the ending of the defreeze, for lack of a accurate term. So
Rubes.
if we go wide again,
I've hired myself out as an attraction.
let's see how that looks. I mean, all of us who have seen the episode realize that's wrong, but maybe it'll look better visually. Tiny particles or light static moving around randomly in the image. For most. I don't like it. A great glowing head of hair. Static moving around randomly in the image. For most... That's better. Doesn't break the editing rule. Most people, even people who don't notice it, film grain is one of the things... For most people, even people who don't notice it, For most people, even people who don't notice it, film grain is one of those things that... Oh, and we have something I forgot to download. I think. Fight. Yeah. Rather, something I forgot to prep. I think we already have a local version. I don't. Weird. Oh, it was on the old machine. That's fine. Could always use some of Anya's past even... Oh, I like that. Good one. Sometimes in place helps selfless. Help me out. Yes. Good one. Now I kind of want to see what that looks like in the remaster. By season 7, they had to have... Well... It may be one of the least DNR'd bits of the remaster, simply because they would have lost all that detail. Yeah. Huh. Interesting. In the image. For most people, even people who don't... For most people, even people who don't notice it, film grain is one of the things that makes film look like... Well, film. Episode where they're coming out of the movie theater and there was obviously a lot of sex in the movie and they both look uncomfortable. It's... Well, there was food. Doppelgangland enemies. Thank you, Boris. Yeah, perfect. That's way too long a pan. Fun. The theater is in the men's. But this was the bit that I was thinking of.
Well. That was very artistic.
Yeah.
Wasn't what I expected. I'd never actually seen... Well, from the title, I thought it was about food.
Well, there was food.
Such a weird intro to an episode. It has nothing to do with anything. But I love it. Who wrote this one? Doug Petrie. This film looked like, well, film. And in the era of digital cameras, it's even occasionally being added back in manually. Video game series add manually. It's even occasionally being... And in the era of digital cameras, it's even occasionally being... I don't know what a visual is. I'll probably cut that line. For most people, even people who don't notice it, film grain is one of the things that makes film look like, well, film. And in the era of digital... Yeah, so... Actually, the body does have grain, good grain on that phone shot. Being added back in manually. This will be a shot of Mass Effect, which has crazy amounts of film grain. Image. For most people, even people who don't notice it, film grain is one of the things that makes film look like, well, film. Let's think about that cut for a minute. Video game series add... So... Mass Effect... Film grain... I mean, I guess we don't really need a shot of Mass Effect with film grain. We could just show a shot of Mass Effect. So... since we were talking about it earlier... They have the film grain turned off. Actually, it was...
This is not good.
Sorry, guys. Looking for a piece of footage. Just a moment.
Watch basketball live and cable free. The best way to stream television. YouTube TV. Try it free.
YouTube is great for people.
Actually, now that I think about it, add film grain to their games to lend them a more cinematic feel. And some movies play with a certain amount of grain in a shot to achieve a particular emotional effect. Most people generally consider... Yeah. now that I think about it, this video is too long, and all of that information is pointless to the idea of the Buffy remaster. I just like Mass Effect and wanted to show shots of other movies, but that's not why we're here. So, deleted. Well, filmed. Most people generally consider film grain a neutral or good thing. And weird, we cut all that pointless pontificating, and suddenly that edit works again. I think we did the right thing. I'm out of energy drink. Let's switch to a 2-liter of Diet Coke right from the bottle. Because that's just how we do here at... Where am I? Save. Okay. In a neutral or good thing. However, there is a process called digital noise reduction. Digital noise reduction, or DNR. Okay, so let's... Now we can visually transition into... particular effect, film grain... Okay. Most people... So, let's cut from the script that line. There are digital cameras, blah, blah, blah. Me talking out my butt. One of the things that makes it look like, well, film. There we go. However, the process of DNR... Digital noise reduction. Okay, 0208... Sometimes drink from 2-liter bottles too. No judgment from me. Yes. Thank you. Good looking out. I appreciate the backup. Digital noise reduction. That's pretty bad. Okay. DNR or digital noise reduction. 0208. Poor old Carlisle. You guys are the best. Mostly my daily life is a lonely hellscape, but it's during these live streams that I feel truly loved. I'm kidding, my life is great. That's where I want to cut to.
London. Haven't spoken to him in 20 years.
Can you think?
Perfect. Mass Effect, Caden or Ashley? I usually... Spoilers for Mass Effect. I usually send Ashley to her death. I have no time for her speciest racism. And the... no offense to anyone intended, but the religious stuff... Caden is... You know, he's kind of a complainer and long-winded and tells very boring stories without much of a climax or any great purpose. What was I talking about? Double click. That's wrong. 208. Thank you, Artie Wheat. A fellow Ashley hater, I see. Oh my god. Yeah, that'll be dramatic. That was dramatic.
You had your breakfast?
No.
That was probably...
Where is it? Right there. Wow. There's more detail in the DVD version.
London. Haven't
Jeez. Or good thing. However, there is a process called digital noise reduction, or DNR, used to reduce the presence of film's natural grain, and in excess can lead, right there. Okay. Save. Reduce the presence of film. Undo. Presence of film's natural grain, and in excess can lead actors to have a and transition. Lead actors to have a plastic doll-like appearance, because you know what human beings have? Pores, freckles, pores. Neutral of film's natural grain, and in excess can lead actors to have a plastic doll-like appearance, because you know what human beings have? Pores, freckles, and when a DN 20. Lody-dody, we lax the party. We don't cause trouble. We don't bother nobody. 207C. That was I mean, that's actually a pretty good scene for pores, if you ask me. But I love these streams. Like, your reviews are amazing, but sitting here watching you edit is better than falling asleep to Buffy itself. I'm glad you get something out of it. It's still...
This is Ford, my bestest friend of all my friends.
Astonishing to me that we have a crew who gets behind these streams, but I enjoy it, and oh my god, does it help. Like... Before I started streaming these edit sessions, as tired as I am today, I probably just would have gone to bed. Instead, we've edited like, 5-8 minutes worth of footage, which for an edit like this is pretty good. What's weird is, well, I don't want to get into it. There we go. That looks perfect, right? Okay. In 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, you can see a lot of film grain in that shot. Pores, freckles, and when a DNR, unlink. Wow. I mean, the dissolve really brings it home, doesn't it? Have pores, freckles, and when a DNR filter is dialed in wrong, the filter can't tell the difference. Living conditions in the very tight... ooh, good one. Let's see. Xander has no more arm hair. Yeah, it's abysmal. What's funny, too, is you guys are watching this on a compressed live stream at 1080, and it's only a portion of that 1080 image. I mean, I think the published video is going to be dramatic. So film's natural grain, and in excess can lead actors to have a plastic doll-like appearance. Because you know what human beings have? Pores, freckles. And when a DNR filter is dialed in wrong, the filter can't tell the difference. As you can see... Save. 2 a.m. here. Yes, go to bed, Haley. And on mobile. Hello from your phone. I hope you have a case on me. So sorry, your living conditions, very tight close-ups. That's a good one. And it's super bright, too, so it's a good contrast to the first season darkness. That's the freshman. We need an extreme close-up. Oh! What about... Where's the catch-up? Irons for jeans, she's evil. That was going to be my line for this whole section. The metaphor is, these are ironed jeans.
So, where are you from, Kathy?
Nebraska originally.
Ooh. Out. In. Now, let's compare, shall we? For this being essentially an instructional video, there's a lot of weird visual metaphors we've been coming up with. 0402. Oh my god. Drink. Symbols? Metaphors? I don't know. Never learned the difference. It's actually, I mean, you can see, yeah, it's not the worst. I thought it'd be worse. But the color is terrible. I can't tell if it's bad because of that or because of, okay. Let's see if we can figure out where we're going to put this. I also love the idea, again, getting back to she irons her jeans. Filmed. Most people generally consider film grain a neutral or good thing. However, there is a process called digital noise reduction, or DNR, used to reduce the presence of film's natural grain, and in excess can lead actors to have a plastic doll-like appearance. Because you know what human beings have? Pores, freckles. And when a DNR filter is dialed in wrong, the filter can't tell the difference. As you can see here, the DNR smooths everything to the extreme. Alright, we'll save that shot for now. 402. Wait. Maybe that's the shot they wanted me to use. Ugh. As you can see here, destroying the benefit of HD or 35 minutes. 402, 403. Ugh. That Giles one is just awful. 501. HD only 501. Not sure why he put HD only. Other shows a movie. 402, 403. Yeah, I don't know. I like that 501 shot. That one is awful. Let's go get it. Get it. Go and get.
Ever since we did that spell where we called on the first Slayer.
Hey, I get to
I've
review
been
this one
going out
soon.
a lot.
Ish. Hunting.
Every night.
Patrolling.
Hunting. That's what Dracula called it. And he was right. He understood.
It's that shot.
Hunting.
Oh, what'd I do? Oh, you're talking about where we're gonna put that shot? Oh, you're talking about me talking about Buffy versus Dracula. Yeah, I'm sorry, I shouldn't do that. I'm sure there are many people who are wondering why I'm bothering with this video instead of moving on to that directly. But to those people I say, you're not the boss of me.
Every night.
Weird. Does the aspect ratio look screwy on that file?
I've been going out a lot. Every night.
Please tell me I didn't. Playback resolution, display mode. Modify, interpret footage. Frame rate's fine. Conform to square. No? Well... the screen. Man, switching back and forth between the crops and stuff is throwing me off. As you can see here, the DNR smooths every. Oh, I had the wrong. That file looks totally wrong to me. What is wrong?
Every night.
Patrolling.
Hunting.
That's normal. Wonder what was wrong with the preview version. So I think here we do a 2. Yeah, I can see the missing detail just in that scaled down version, so I think that works visually. Also, it just shows the strange crop again. Strange and senseless. The DNR smooth. Grab our titles. All right. HD remaster those there, although I think it's visually self-evident. And then 4x3. What am I doing wrong? Does it this? I see. I see. I see. I get the picture. There we go. This needs a stroke. 3 with a drop shadow. There we go. Show me safe margins, just to give me something to compare. So the middle of the E, we'll line up with the middle of the A in original, like that. That looks pretty close. It's a little too tight there. Okay. Safe margins off. Filter can't tell the difference. As you can see here, the DNR smooths everything to the extreme. And not like a fun Mountain Dew kind of extreme. Hello, fellow kids. Time interpolation, optical. Hello, fellow kids. My name is Passion of the Nerd. Have you heard of Buffy? Where are you going? Let's talk memes. As you can see here, the DNR smooths everything to the extreme. Okay. You could use 4:2 close-up for the pores and then put Plastic Xander when you say, as you can see, since the one is grotesquely obvious. Yeah. I'm going to use that shot. I'm just, the gentlemen that I'm collaborating with have, I want to follow their suggested shots as closely as possible, but there's certain ones that I'm like, I think we can do better. And I like that shot with the zoom in, so I'm going to save it. We'll find a place for it. So, everything to the extreme, destroying the benefit of HD from 16 and 35mm film. So they want 402 or 403. This might be the place for it, actually. Excuse me. Gosh. The benefit of HD from 16 and 35mm film. So let's just do a dissolve here and see how it looks. Benefit of HD from destroying the destroying the benefit of HD from 16 and 35mm film. Many shots just look like watercolor as a result, and it's some as a result. That one is dramatic. That was dramatic. 0607D. He wants me to use the Euro DVD? I don't know why, since we're not doing cropping. No. Watercolor is an effect. Oh, 703. This one is abysmal. Did we do a side by side there? Yeah, so I'm trying to think of what the best way is to show this. Good night, Blue Stocking.
They love their soccer. And
there it is.
And the others, Dawn and Xander.
I'm thinking split screen for this. Crop. Effects. Wrong side. Save. But I want to zoom in a bit, because you can particularly see that awful effect on her. Many shots just look like watercolor as a result, and it's sometimes overused to the point where it just look like watercolor as a result. What do you guys think of that? And these shots just look like water. Should I start wide so that they look the same and then zoom in to her? Many shots just look like watercolor as a result. Many shots just look like... So, many shots just look like... I think I'm going to do that. Set to frame size. So, we'll position them. Save. Up. Bring in the titles. Many shots just look like water. Look like. Undo. So position scale. Position scale. So now on this side, I want to. Oh. Damn it! It's this one. Position scale. Position scale. Okay. So now I want to zoom in so you can really see some detail, or lack thereof. Many shots just look. Oh, undo. Many shots. Undo. Oh, I have easy fix. Edit, redo, edit, redo. Many shots. Okay, there we go. Many shots just. Come on. One oh six. 106.1. Many shots just look like water. Many shots just look like watercolor as a result. And it's sometimes. Save. Many shots just look like watercolor as a result. And it's sometimes overused to the point where you can actually see greater detail in the DVD version. Okay, that's why. So, it's not. It seems like it's often overused to that point, but we shall see. So, 0607. Got it. Like the dusting. Oh, no, that's the one. It's nothing. I died. Many years ago. In a dead man's ear doesn't make it so. Well, let me save you some time. Don't know a thing.
With a small talk. It's nothing. Glad you could stop by. It's nothing. It's nothing.
Doesn't make it real. Actually, just to make sure, I don't have a better version of this because Once More with Feeling is in 16:9 anyway.
But till you do,
What's up? You're all bad moody.
It's nothing. Glad you could stop by.
Okay. Times overused. To the point where you can actually see greater detail in the DVD standard definition version. Point where you can actually see greater detail in the DVD standard definition version. What is the point of remastering a show from film if you make it look like it was shot on a digital camera from 1998? Would you even do a Xena review? I've actually not watched Xena, so at the moment, probably not. But if I was really taken by it, you never know. More examples. It didn't give me any more DNR examples. It's just kind of ever present. Bad eggs to amends. I'm trying to think of. Well, there's a beautiful shot in Out of Sight, Out of Mind. Properties. Okay. I love that shot. The thing about the DNR is it's so random. That may actually look okay. I don't know. So we're actually kind of fishing right now. Cordelia, shut up. Still don't like the episode though. Ooh, actually, wow. I just saw. That's pretty good.
Think about the feeling? Hey, you think I'm never lonely because I'm so cute and popular?
I mean, probably helps. I mean, no, of course you're lonely from time to time, Cordy. Sorry, I stepped on the theme.
About the feeling? Hey. You read something about the feeling?
Hey, you think I'm never lonely because I'm so cute and popular?
I got better. Turn me into a newt. Unlink. What is the point of remastering a show from film if you make it look like it was shot on a digital camera from 1998? It's a bit hyperbolic. I know I'm never that. And but I do kind of like switching to using it instead of dissolving. If you make it look like it was shot on a digital camera from 1998. There you go. Not really an issue, Boris. No other prominent remasters like the X-Files, also made by Fox, suffer from this issue. We're no longer talking about cropping, so I'm just going to pull any X-Files shot that I want to. Let's go deep. Wasn't even real cream cheese, it was light cream cheese. What the hell happened to you? He looks like he's suffering from an issue. From 1998. No other prominent remasters like the X-Files, also made by Fox, suffer from this issue. To take Charmed as an example again, you can see that the level of detail is incredibly impressive. Somewhere over the rainbow. Yeah, that's a good one.
I have to kill my brothers before they trick me into killing somebody else. You'll have to follow me to their place, and
Charmed was weird, apparently. Fox suffer from this issue. To take Charmed as an example again, you can see that the level of detail is incredibly impressive. I would prefer to have her face than his. Suffer from this issue. To take Charmed as an example again, you can see that the level of detail is incredibly impressive. Impressive. Boop. from this issue. To take Charmed as an example again, you can see that the level of detail is incredibly impressive. The definition isn't compromised by the fact that they did use DNR, and the show looks like it was shot on film. They want me to use that whole clip? Not gonna happen.
Six.
Also made by Fox suffer from this issue. To take Charm from this issue. To take Charmed as an example again, you can see that the level of detail is incredible. To take Charmed as an suffer from this issue. To take Charmed as an example again, you can see that the level of detail is incredibly impressive. I'm gonna have to slow something down. Example again, you can see that the level of detail as an example again, you can see that the level see incredibly so Razor. Are we done with his stupid face? No, that's right there. No more stupid face. Okay. So, drag that over. Time, interpolation, optical, render. To take Charmed as an example again, you can see that the level of detail, of course, you can see that the level of detail is incredibly impressive. The definition isn't compromised by the fact that they did use DNR, and the show looks like it was shot on film. This close... Beautiful. Save. Okay, we made it to midnight. So about 7 hours of editing today. That's good. I think I'm going to call it there and try and get some sleep. Get started earlier tomorrow than I did today. Now we're more than 2/3 of the way through. Okay, so that bit tomorrow, and then master the whole thing out, and then on to a new project. So, well, you know the drill. Thank you, everyone. It's coming along. It's obviously much more labor-intensive than I thought it was going to be. I don't know why I'm eternally optimistic about how long it's going to take to edit stuff. But so it goes. So I will be back tomorrow after breakfast and a caffeine injection. And if you're around, I'll see you then. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it.